When it sound like that, and yeah, I miss it when it's gone, so bring that sound right back, and we can roll with it, we'll roll with it. I love your nature when it sound like that, and yeah, I miss it when it's gone, so bring that sound right back, and we can roll with it, just roll with it. Yeah, baby, we can roll with it, just roll with it. Let's fly. There's two sides, flip the coin, old and new. New loves, old friends, start and end, start again. New highs, free weights, in nature stargazing. Blue skies, green space, the vibration so amazing. I've never been afraid to go and speak my mind. They like I'm not ashamed to speak what's in life. Life's phases, the season changes. I hear the basses, I see the trees blowing in the distant glow. I love your nature when it sound like that, and yeah, I miss it when it's gone, so bring that sound right back, and we can roll with it, we'll roll with it. I love your nature when it sound like that, and yeah, I miss it when it's gone, so bring that sound right back, and we can roll with it, we'll roll with it. Yeah, baby, we can roll with it, we'll roll with it. And yet we strangers now. I know that's all you never wanted. How'd it go from loving to nothing? There's no discussion, could you tell me why? As we look up in the mirror with those hazy eyes, let's climb the mountain to the highest. Blue skies are delighting, and we're bound to admire it. Why start to miss it when it's driving off? I guess you never know until it's gone, but you can hear the freedom in the song, and you can hear the freedom in the melody. Soul forever rose beyond the stars, only heaven knows. Just take a paper and roll many up. PG, but I'ma hit you with some ways that they ain't never done. This music for the vibe now. Your eyes are shining like a lighthouse. You were searching for that feeling that you find now. It's right now. It's time to turn the lights down. Let's vibe out.
Hello everyone, I'm going to stop that short because you can wait till next week to hear the full track. It's obviously out on Friday, as you can see by the little image in the bottom of your screen, I believe. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Sorry I'm late. Winslow was harassing me on Discord. No, it wasn't really. I was chatting to him. But loads of new music this week, which is awesome. Got lots of entries. As you know, we got down to kind of the last 4. Which is the first time we've ever got that low, which is amazing. But now it's kind of built back up again, so we've got a very strong list. Yeah, that was Perspective with RSWT. That is out next week, next Friday on the 25th. Also, there's a tune called Love Drops on there, which is equally as excellent. Lots of major support, and we've got a major feature coming next week, I think Monday. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled even, for that. Welcome everyone. Big up Hospital for sharing this on the main page. We should have some new punters today. If you don't know what's going on, check this out. How do I do it again? Rules. Bang. There you go. That's how it all works. Yeah, so I think Love Drops. I don't know which one I prefer. I like them both, man. It's really good. Really, really good. Anyway, let's kick it off. So what we do each week is play tunes from people who've submitted on Discord. And I kind of just spin the wheel of fortune, and whatever happens, happens. So let's get the first one into the mix. Watch it be a dead link. My mouse battery needs changing. Right, Elk, big up. This ain't even D&B, is it? Controversial. Oh, and no, it's not red wine I'm drinking, Boris. That would be a lot of red wine, man. Fucking hell. It's a little bit of whiskey and some Coke Zero. Straight in with the 8-minute tune. With Elk's permission, I'm only going to play half of this, I think. He did tell me it was a super long tune, so I'm not just being an arse. I can't give everyone 8 minutes, because otherwise, you know, it's 4-minute max, mate. Them the new rules. Right. Watch me fade this out, mate. Watch me fade this out stylishly. That was Elk. Everything's so off. I'm not being mean by cutting it off halfway through. He did say it's super long and I can do that. So I have done it. That was cool, man. Obviously, we usually pretty much 99% of the time get drum and bass, so it's nice to hear something different. I thought it was good. I thought the kick drum was weak. But the tune was really nice. The track's good. I think the bass can come up. The sub can come up. The arrangement's good for this kind of track. But I think the kick drum is definitely a bit top heavy. It needs more bottom end. But no, good way to start the show. Thank you very much. Let's see. Oh, I've got a mosquito. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Good vibes and sounds, but my sub is barely even triggering. Yeah, you see. Skip to second drop. What else? What else? Hold on. Mix. The mix needs bass. There's hardly any sub. With house tunes, the kick is normally the main anchor for the low end. Yeah, this is true. I feel the kick doesn't have enough oomph. All mids and tops. It's a bit loud in the mix and has a knocking, resonating character. Yeah, I agree. The kick sounds almost 1K more than 100. Yeah, I think the drums need a lot of work. It's different with house to drum and bass, because drum and bass, the subs, it takes the weight, but in a lot of house music, the kick is the driving force. So yeah, very, very true. Hello to all the new watchers. I know we've got a load of new people watching today from hospital, so what are you saying? This is the weekly feedback show. People send tracks in via Discord, and we randomly select them and then pull them apart, but in a nice way. So yeah, let's move on. Right. I do like a good house track though, to be fair. Right, let's move on. Next, what have we got? Paste and go. DPR, sincere apology. That is the vibe, Elephant. Thank you. There's 2 ways to tell. I've got a special little button I press when it's track of the week, and the Elephant is just the vibe indicator. That was cool, man. That was DPR. That was sincere. Our apology. I really like that. Oh, this don't make a noise either, so, you know, it's much more grown up. I did write some notes. Oh, I've got a fucking mosquito. Arpeggio is really nice. Especially the intro, I really like that. I thought the arrangement was really solid, actually. Really strong. I did put the kick drum is a little tight for my liking for this type of track. A little bit too much transient shaping going on, maybe. But I thought maybe that's because the drums are a bit dry. I think they need a tiny amount of reverb on a send, just like a micro amount, just to make them sit into the mix a little bit nicer. Overall, by the way, very, very good standard. Super high standard, amazing. But yeah, just to sit it in the mix, a little bit of verb on the drums, bit more swing in the drums in places, maybe some breaky edits, just to liven things up as we go through the track. The bass riffs, the harsh basses, or the mid-sounding distorted basses, if you like, could also do with a touch more reverb to sit in the mix. That's all I wrote down. This is nitpicking at this point because the track is perfectly great. But that's just, it's subjective. It's my feedback. Tell me to go away. You don't have to listen to me. But that's my thoughts. Right. What I'm going to do is check the comments. And usually we get unanimous feelings, which is a good indicator. This is sick, reminds me of LSB. The atmospheric synth hits are on point. They were nice. Drums maybe a bit loud for me. That might be my personal preference though. Yeah, not necessarily a bad thing. Bass seems a touch loud. I thought the bass was right. The bass growl, mate, yes. Nice development of the bass. Lots of people feeling the bass. Oris says, I feel the main bass is a bit too static for a composition with just bass and atmosphere. In between the growls, at least. Nice keys. Vocal would sit well. Love the drums. Yeah, maybe a subtle vocal. Love the bass growl. Lots of comments on the bass. Love the growls. Love the growls. This has got a spearhead vibe to it. Siran, Captain Ram, the Ram Man says, thoughts. Nice vibes and good foundation. Drums are nice, if at times a little top heavy. Snare I think works, but at the same time isn't. Same time it's a little bit pitched and loud. It's a bit of a garagey snare actually. Something slightly softer may work better, but maybe a preferential thing. Yeah, exactly. Bass I feel is a bit too static, and just the constant 2-note pattern gets a little bit repetitive. Some sliding portamento notes may work to jazz it up. Some very in-depth feedback here. A vocal phrase or something I feel is lacking, or something that is a hook. Just something to make 1/2. 1/2. Vocal would elevate it. Yeah, it's a really good feedback here, man. Really good track anyway. Digital Native, hello mate. He says, love the drums, shuffle swing is really nice, chord stabs, growls are all lovely, and a tall tail of nicely into the atmosphere. A little more movement in bass riff would be the only thing. Fair play. Some great feedback. Very peng tune. Cheat. Okay, let's move on. That was good, man. Let's spin the wheel of fortune. Diamonds. Alpha Rhythm. Track 3, 4, 3. Interesting. Some very nice elements. Nice, like that. Some nice touches in this tune, and a nice use of a sample there. Moby vibes, I wrote down. Absolute Moby vibes. On that vocal, anyway. I believe Alpha Rhythm, correct me if I'm mistaken, I believe he's only been producing for a year or so, maybe. I think. A year? Year and a bit? Which is pretty impressive, let's be honest. 1 year to get to this level in a year is, quite frankly, is outstanding. It's really, really good. Fucking hell, I wish I sounded like that a year in. Jesus Christ, it's taken me 20 years, you bastard. Anyway, Moby vibes. I'm going to use the word, fuck it, I don't care. I think you could have filtered the vocal on the drop and held off, you know. And then teased it back up, opened it back out as you were rolling along. The track's really nice. The main issues for me were the drums. I felt like the kick and the snare stuck out quite a bit. They were quite standalone. And to reduce that, you need maybe some more shakers or some more percussion, or to turn them down so it feels a bit more balanced. Overall, the drums were a tiny bit loud as well. Arpeggio didn't go unnoticed. I thought that was really nice. That comes in on the first half and the second half. But yeah, and also maybe the drums could do some drum rolls every 16 or something. But yeah, I felt most of it's there. I just thought for me it was the drums. Thought the kick and snare stood out a bit too much. Maybe a little bit more percussion. Oh, and double time. That was it. Like on the 32 quantized 16 even. I think you could have had a faster shaker just to glue it and make it feel a bit quicker. It's feeling a bit slow. But yeah, no, really good, man. Really good. Right, I've got to have a drink, haven't I? Because I said the word filter. See, that's not in the rules. Apparently, if I say the word filter, I have to have a drink because I say it a lot. And if there's a broken link, I have to have a drink. Basically, everyone just tries to get me drunk. Right, super impressive how quickly he picked it up. You're damn right it is. Let me just drink my gallon of red wine. What else? Beautiful tune. Yes, get the Moby vibes yet. Siran Captain Ram says, if you don't have big speakers, you won't be hearing this well. The bass needs a mid-bass layer to translate well on smaller systems. That's also true, actually. That's a very good point. Drums are good, but I feel you need more shuffles, ghost notes to really groove it along. Maybe some slight syncopation in the hats, as it's quite straight. Maybe some extra riding hi-hats to go on top. Yeah, completely agree. Need some more variation, perhaps, between phrases just to spice it up. Some very good feedback. Bass is sick, sounds nice. Some extra drum hits like ghost hits would spice it up a bit. Yeah, already you can see a pattern. Like the ARPy break moving through the stereo field. Good bass and top-notch vocal. Maybe a little drum edit or two on the 8s and 16s. Yeah, completely agree. And a hair quieter on the snare. Some good feedback. More prominent ghost drums. Yep. Would be nice to hear some piano motifs bouncing off around the other melodic elements. Tune of the week. Going to be tough to choose. You're absolutely right. I could have hit it. This is the thing. What happens if no one's as good as the last one? Then I have to rewind it, right? Really nice. I think the snares are a tad loud. Yeah. So basically, some correlation on the feedback, which is always a good sign. It means I'm not going crazy. Thoughts on Pendulum being back? I have no thoughts. No comment. Not really my kind of music, to be honest. It's not red wine. I would never do that. I'm drinking it in a red wine glass, but it's actually Coca-Cola with a load of heroin in it. So let's move on. Let's move on. Spin the wheel. Ritual. 2 hours ago. This is fresh. And this is called Is Afro Liquid a Thing? I like your track title. Play. Oh, so close to pressing the keyboard, man. So close to hitting the track of the week button. So close. That's wicked. I really like that. Really like the use of sampling and the different vibes you're bringing to the table. The reason I didn't hit it, I probably should hit it. I should have hit it, and I might even come back and hit it. You make so many tracks. I swear you submit a new tune every week. So musically, I thought it was wicked, awesome. There was a couple of things sonically I thought maybe you could look at. The sub can come up a little bit, only a little bit. Slightly too much sub in the kick and not enough sub in the sub. Does that make sense? It's like you've almost got them slightly the wrong way around. Drums are a smidge too loud, I put. Oh, and there's one thing I learnt, right? When I was 15, I was very fortunate. I got to work at EMI in Barnes in South West London at the studios. In a pop studio, would you believe it? Super pop. And I did learn a couple of things though about, well, A, how shit they are at producing, but B, I learned that there's a little trick to tell if things are too loud, and I think you could do it with your drums on this. You basically keep turning the volume down, and note what the last thing you can hear is before it cuts out. And with pop records, we were always taught, well, I was taught, that the last thing you should hear before everything cuts out is the vocal, right? Because it's a pop record, that makes sense. Obviously, with dance music like this that hasn't got a vocal, that's different. But I've got a feeling if you turn this down, the last thing you'll probably hear is the kick and the snare drum, which would tell me they're a tiny bit too loud. On a tune like this, you want to get it down, and it probably wants to sound quite balanced. Maybe the vocal sample cutting through. Naturally, it sits in the middle, so it will cut through anyway. But try it out, and you'll see what I mean. But no, really good. Might have to come back to that. One. Yes. Why, I got a drink if I say the word pop. What's that about? That's not fair. Right. See what people are saying. Yeah, I well like that that wobbly synth you had. That LFO stuff. That was a vibe. That was gluing everything together. So very good. Feeling this break, solid. Love this. That bass comes in so nice. Bass seems a bit quiet. There you go. Not feeling the vocals much, but that might just be me. I like these drums. A great unique change from the usual stuff. These AKGs are really hard to hear bass on. Still gonna use it. Are we in the right track? Am I in the right track? Yeah, I am. Good vibes here. Drums are good. They just need some beefing up, especially the kick. The kick's a bit muffled. Don't be afraid to clip the drums. Bass again, distort it a bit to bring out more of the upper harmonics and also turn it up. Yeah, agree. Check out Blade Runner and Platinum Breaks tunes for referencing on this. I think an aim and break layer in the drums would definitely help. Like the drums, but sounds like some of the breaks are a bit loose. Some hits not lining up, particularly the snare. Nice vibes on this. The vocal sounds better when it's louder. Yeah. Second half, innit? End of the second half was good. And I like when people hold off for that. I do like that. Really like the synth line on the second drop. Africa vibe equals good. This gives me Duo Infernale Africa vibes. Yeah, some good feedback here as well. Yeah, very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Maybe bring back the tune percussion in the second half. Call and response with the vocal maybe. It sounded sick at the start. Nice. Okay. Let's move on. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Random, click, paste and go. This is... Did I play this? No, that was DPR. Was it DPR? This is DRZ. DRZ. And this is called Tempest. Nice to hear a bit of distortion, a bit of fucking aiming. I love that. It's boring listening to Liquid all the time, man. That was cool. There was some good vibes there. I don't want to sound really. I think you're quite new to production, but it was good, man. It was good. I did write some notes. I thought you could have more aim and skank out going on in places. You bring it in every now and then, but I felt like the second half you could have rolled it a bit more. The biggest problem, there's no sub. There's a couple of notes that have weight, but most of it doesn't have any bass. And I don't know if that's because you've over... I always check if my mic's on, because one of the shows I left it muted for about half an hour. What was I saying? Yeah, more sub. And it might be because it's clipping so much, or you've limited it so much for this export or something. And obviously, the louder you go, the less sub there is. That's just how it works. So I don't know if it's because of that, but I felt like there wasn't a lot of actual bass. So yeah, consider that. Everything's a bit loud, but you might be just throwing T-Racks on the output or something for listening back, I reckon. One of the bass notes in the intro parts, in the breakdown and in the intro, are out of key. The second and the fourth note, or one or two semitones out, I think. I hope someone else agrees with that one, but I swear you use a different bass pattern in the build up to the drop, and it's slightly out of tune. It's not out of tune, it's just the wrong note. It's like one or two out. Maybe it's a sample you're using, I don't know. But good, man. Good. I like it. Let's have a little look at the... What's it called? Feedback. Liquid is boring. See? It's not just me. Like an aim and edit. Yeah, I like that. Needs more low sub. Sounds a bit over limited. Yeah, completely. Sounds like it's clipping. Solid track. Let me start from the top actually, because some people add to their comments, don't they? There's a lot of comments here. Oh no, I don't know where it started. No one did a track 5. Let me guess. Right. Sound super distorted in the intro. Very loud. Yeah. I locked my door for this one. Not one analyzer on how to get feedback question yet. It is a record. You're absolutely right. I feel like my ship is under attack. That's brilliant. Your kicks are always very kicky. What does that even mean? Watch your speaker. Growls are a bit too loud for my liking. I tend to use very technical terms like kicky. I don't know if there's phase issues during one of the big growls or something. It's doing weird things to my ears. These are all good comments, if you ask me. I have a SWAT team out front of my house all of a sudden. Nice to hear some growls used that isn't just smash your face to wall jump up. It's definitely distorting all the way through. Yeah, I think it's clipping a bit. Shout out to all the nans getting kicked at the moment. Oh my god. Right. Yeah, you can't do distorted basses and not have them loud. Got to go nuts. More sub bass is needed, I think, but get that low mid really kicking. It can be done in a controlled way. I imagine Mike Kiss will want to read this. What? I think more sub bass is needed, I think, but get that low mid really kicking. This kick is a bit too long on the tail, which is causing clashing with the low end. The trick for rollers is to have short, snappy drums to allow room for the basses to kick through. Mix sounds a little clipped and not in an intentional way. Yeah, I agree. Gain stage throughout the project. That will get you the loudness. Nice. Have you only... Wait, hold on. Mega progress for 4 months. Have you only been making tunes for 4 months? That's very good if that's the case. Let's move on. 4 months, man. That's impressive, isn't it? Again, I wish my shit sounded like that after 4 months. Jesus. But then you got internet, you got YouTube. Innit? I didn't have, believe it or not, there was no YouTube when I started making music. There was no Facebook. There was no Google. No, there was Google. There was no, but there was no places to get feed. There was no places to watch videos on how to make music, which is why it took so long to get half decent. I had to wait till YouTube was invented. I didn't actually ever think of that though. That's interesting. I wonder if that speeds up the process. Right, let's move on. track. Can someone put the track 7 in? Track 7? This is... Oh, that was DRZ, the last track. Track 6 or 7. This is Hello. Absolute. I actually bought one of their tunes off of Bandcamp not that long ago because it was fucking awesome. So I'm very excited about this. Very organic sounding. I love the I absolutely love the processing on the Amon. Like, it's taken so much care to make that roll and sound perfect. I thought that Amon processing sat fucking beautifully. I mean, yeah, really nice, interesting vocal. I think you used a bit of auto-tune in the start of the first half of the vocal. I might be mistaken, and I think it's over-egged. And I know it's almost like maybe don't worry too much about the tuning and just go all out vulnerable on it, and be slightly out of tune. Fuck it, don't worry about it. Just turn it up a bit and just kind of be more confident in the vocal. That's actually the only thing I wrote down, to be honest. It was sitting really nice. The bass was sounding great. The Amen sounded really clean, really well polished. Not polished, that's the wrong word. It just sounded really organic, really nicely processed. Yeah, I thought that was really good. Really good. I'd love to hear a little bit more on that. Oh, wait, that's 6 months old. That was, anyway, right, so that was Hello, that was Red Sky at Night. Let's have a little look on the feedback. Where are we at? Track 7, track 6. One drop tune. Nothing wrong with that. Eamon's winning already. 10 out of 10. Eamon. Job done. Say no more. Yes. This gives me a Clute Hell Hath No Fury vibe in intro. Sounds wicked already. Vocal needs to come up. Yeah. I did not expect to see so many of my current favourite artists here. Shout out to Full of Love, Stike, Petrol and Perspective. Don't worry about me, mate. It's fine. You can fuck off. Don't come back. Didn't expect someone to have his favourite artist. Track needs a little air. I feel like there could be less elements when it drops. Maybe no piano at the drop, then bring it back 32 bars after it drops. Like these drums. Love the sub. Really natural feel to this tune. Vocal needs more processing, bit more compression, and bring it to the front of the mix more. I agree. The bass, great. Maybe a tiny bit of distortion to give it some oomph. Indeed. I like how you've kept the Amen pretty clean. It's effective and does cut through nice. I agree, man. I agree. Natural Amen, no layering, sounds great. Agree on the Amen. Vocal is nice, sounds original. Yeah, lots of good comments here. Lots of very good comments. Right. Let's do... Yeah, that was my cat. Might have locked her out, you know. Right. It's actually my girlfriend's cat. It's not my cat. But I've adopted it. It's my cat now. Right. Next. Stike. Was Stike on Eloisa, wasn't it? On In Perspective's sister label, I believe. Yeah, this is track 8. I don't know actually.
Suffer so much that I may be
Had a little time to myself. Yeah. Thinking so much that I may be
Wow. Absolute levels this week. Standard is so high. Intimidating to send your track in, I would imagine. Very cool. That was Steak Alone version 1. I thought that was lovely. Some nice keys in that. Nice vocal processing as well. What have I got? Maybe, yeah, nice and clean. Lovely vocal processing. Lovely tail on the bass notes that didn't go unnoticed. Like the release on that was lovely. I got, maybe in the second drop, you could switch the key at the end of 16s to resolve. Maybe. It's that kind of track that could go down or up a little bit. And maybe some little sound effects now and then with some panning. Just some little sparkle. That little, you know, that magic dust you put on the end of a tune when you're just finishing it up. Some of that. Kick drum was a little too rounded for me. Could do with a little bit more cutting through. Snare drum, maybe a little bit more weight. Sounded a little light on here, but then it kind of suited the track. So subjective, very subjective feedback, all of this, because it's a very high standard. And I think that's the first one we've had from you. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Magic Dust can be bought on the Mike Kiss website. mitekiss.co.uk, I think. .com.co.uk. £10 will get you 1 bag of Magic Dust. And that will work on 3 tracks. Let's have a little look at the feedback. Top notch quality. Standard is so good on today's stream. It bloody well is. I think the drop could use more ear candy sprinkled throughout. Warm butter tune. This is smooth as tits. Yes, slush. Love the vocal. The grade is high this week. Yeah, you see. GLR vibes. Good vibes and sound choices. Keys are lush. Bit more snare beans. Bit more beans. When and where's this coming out? Yeah, that's always a good bit of feedback to get. More weight on the snare, I reckon. Snare's a bit thin, but maybe a preference thing. Bit more bottom on the snare. So, again, you're seeing consistent feedback, which is always a good sign. Clap is way too thin, needs a nice lower transient sound to cut through. Just feels like you have that low, mid and mid-range and the drums completely lost. I think the drums, while they sound good, are too safe. Yeah, that's a good word, safe. I said rounded, but safe, similar. Don't be afraid to do a parallel compression send on the drum bus. Wait, I was doing that the other day, right? And I only did it on one tune. I wonder if people do it on every track. Is it worth doing on every track? I don't even know. But I did it on one track and it sounded really good recently. And then I was like, maybe I should be doing this on every track. Give it a bit of dirt. Some rides on the breakdown would be nice. Some ear candy hits. Yeah. Atmosphere is like being in a duvet on a cold night. Gorgeous. Loads of really good feedback. Good. Vibes are 10 out of 10. Damn. Some very good feedback, isn't it? Yeah, see, I don't parallel every tune. Maybe I should. Maybe I should consider it. Right. I'm going to do something now. I've been thinking this has been really hard this week. But I'm going to do it. Oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Where is it? Shit. Hold on. Let's go through fucking history. Oh. Please hold. That was the wrong link as well, so that's awkward. Right, here we go. We're gonna do it. It was really, really hard this week. That was so hard to choose. I'd like to add, because it was super, super close. That was so hard to choose. Honestly, I didn't really want to choose one at all because, in my opinion, it was so close. Ritual 1, Hallow 2, Stike 3, and they were like hairlines between them all. But at the end, I thought, which track would I definitely want to sign off the bat, and it would be this one because I just like the vocal. And the LFO synth. I just thought this is the one I'd want to dance to. This is the one I'd want to listen to again. But very, very close. Bloody hell, that was close. Yeah, wicked. Very good. To be honest, that's not even those three. All tunes throughout the evening. The standard's been so high this week. So yeah, I wouldn't want to submit my music. Bloody hell. But yeah, all right, I'm going to call it. I know I usually probably do about one or two more, but I think I've left the cat outside in the garden and I haven't got a cat flap, so got to let her in. But it's been great again, and there is a lot more. Let me just have a look, actually. Please do send your tunes in if you haven't before. As you can see, everyone is very friendly. If you're new to this show, get on the Discord. Send in tracks. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 12, 13 still in the pot, so there's another week's worth. But if we want to keep the show going, and I think I haven't been keeping count. I don't know how many I've done, actually. I reckon this is, 10? 2 months? 3 months? Maybe even 12 shows I've done. So that's pretty good going. And we do about 8 to 10 a week, every week. So we're getting through 30, 40 tunes a month, which I think just shows you how much talent there is. And look at the standard. Most of the tunes that come on this show are better than tunes you hear on some of the biggest labels in drum and bass. I'm telling you now, there's 2 or 3 here that wipe the floor with a lot of tunes on the big labels. So don't feel disheartened by... I don't know why I'm just ranting now. But yeah, there's some good shit here. I love it. And I will catch you all next week. Have a good week.